They talking about, man, they talking about some goddamn DMX family just exposed him, yo, so you'll see what the fuss about.
It's disgusting for what they're choosing to do with this man's legacy. What I just saw, quite frankly, is the nastiest thing I think I've ever saw on the internet. Why would y'all do this? We'll get back to the video shortly, but I want to let you guys know this video is being sponsored by Kalshi. Kalshi is an app where you can make money predicting current events. I'll put money on what the weather is going to be every day on Kalshi. I checked by clicking the link in my description while he was alive. Do a documentary about how horrible DMX was while he was alive. And I'm watching this and I'm like, what's the purpose of this? Like, why? Like, why would you do this to somebody when they pass away?
I faded away because X came alive. There were so many times where I go to a show with my dad. I'm gonna say it exactly how it was. We would be backstage, and after his set was up, he'd point to one of his Wranglers, let's call it. He would say, yo, go out to the stage, get about 4 or 5, make sure they're ready to I gotta have 2. My son need 1, and his friend need 1. Make it happen. And that was very uncomfortable.
The transition to the next story made me feel icky.
Why the fuck DMX ex-wife and son coming out speaking on him in a bad light? You get what I'm saying? Like, that shit is quite like crazy.
Aside. Because they were transitioning to make it feel like DMX was doing this when he was 12 years old, when that's not the case at all. No, DMX was doing this when he was an adult, a fully grown adult. Right? DMX was throwing chicks at him when he was an adult. His friend was an adult. That's why they were able to go on tour with him. However, the transition was to him talking about how, you know, his father used to cheat on his mama and he used to hate it when he was 12. So they transitioned to me on purpose to make it feel like DMX was doing something nefarious and damn near evil when, you know, that's not the case at all. He didn't put girls on his son when his son was 12. He put girls on his son when his son was a grown man.
Being 12 years old, observing your married father openly, unapologetically cheat on his wife, your mother, my mother, created this split in my mind and actually resented my father for it. And I remember looking like, you lying at like it just kept.
DMX son sound and look like a weirdo. You get what I'm saying? Like that nigga sound and look like he was raised by the other color. You get what I'm saying? Like this nigga goddamn sound lame as hell trying to goddamn push DMX under the bus now that DMX dead and shit. Motherfucker, why you ain't do this shit when he was alive? You a bitch ass nigga for hating on your daddy for goddamn going out here sleeping around with other women when you know that when you had a girlfriend, you probably cheated on her as well. Bitch made ass nigga.
Festering inside of me. At that time, I was frightened to say anything. With him, it was such a his way or the highway.
Controversial opinion here, bro. And maybe I'm just raised old school. I'm not hating my dad or turning on my dad because my dad cheated on my mom.
Yeah, that was
I don't even consider that my business. And I'm damn sure not telling the world about it.
It's okay, Karen. They speaking like shit. My daddy cheated on my mom. I'm like, my daddy cheated on. My daddy was in my life, in the household, my whole life until he died. My daddy had at least 3 wives and shit, like 2 wives and shit, but 3 baby mamas or whatever the case may be. So in all, I probably had like 9 siblings. You get what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I can remember me being like 9, 10 years old. I'm getting in the car with my pops and we going to some woman house and I'm sitting in the car while my pops in the goddamn house. Yeah, I'm 9 to 10 years old wondering like what the fuck going on. And then when I got like 12, 13, 14, I started realizing shit like, yeah, pops goddamn creeping on mom dudes. You get what I'm saying? So DMX son is a bitch ass nigga. Like I told y'all, the nigga look and sound lame as hell. You get what I'm saying? Like, you gonna hold resentment towards your father just because he had multiple women that he was fucking around with, and your bitch ass, you a bitch ass son and shit. Your daddy even trying to throw pussy your way at shows and shit. Bitch ass, ungrateful ass nigga.
That when he passed away. Right? Because what's the purpose of this? Like, why are you guys revealing all the horrible things that your father did? Like, you can't pay me enough to do this to my father. Now, luckily, my dad is alive and he's healthy and he's doing his thing. So you can't make me, right, like go against my father for no amount of money, dead or alive. But especially if my dad passed away and I'm here to honor his legacy, why in the world would I do this? For what reason?
When I would talk to him, he would say that he was bipolar. And I would say, how do you know that? He was like, I know. Like, he diagnosed himself. He was like, I remember being in a group home. I used to take tests with the therapist. And I remember them telling me that I was manipulative. And he would use those, though, as excuses. Like, there's plenty of times, like, as a wife, I signed him up into rehabs. He would manipulate them. He was a massive manipulator. With the bipolar, his moods were up and down. And not week to week. For him, it was day to day. But sometimes it'd be scary, just like being in the house because you didn't know what exactly was gonna set him off. So it was like walking on eggshells, just trying to not to, like make him upset. It's like a dog.
That shit crazy as fuck. That motherfucking kids is throwing that nigga under the bus. Like, what would make you speak this damn down on your daddy, which is DMX? The nigga is no longer here. And the lavish life that y'all was living came from him. Like, if an interviewer is trying to paint DMX in a bad light, her as an ex-wife and you all as kids and shit, like his kids, y'all should tell the interviewers like, yo, we refrain from those questions like you asking about my father, like that's gonna paint him in a bad light. Ask us about like, well, damn, you get what I'm saying? Like, maybe they don't got nothing good to say because of DMX being bipolar. You don't know when he got them happy, sad, when he gonna goddamn flip out, crash out, or whatever the case may be. So, I don't know, but painting a bad light on DMX and he's no longer here and shit. If it was just me and they asking me questions about my father, I'd be like, yo, I refrain from answering those questions that's going to paint my father in a bad light. You get what I'm saying? I'd rather you ask, like, how was life when before he became a rapper and when he came into the money? Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, the lavish life y'all was living. You get what I'm saying? Like, they painting DMX in a bad light. Even his wife.
Like, waiting under like a tree, just like gonna bite you. You know it's gonna happen. You just don't know when. I 1000% think he had a lot of demons and trauma and just distractions in his life that really derailed him from just.
These are his kids talking about him. That's his son saying like DMX was possessed with demons and shit like that. Like I said, like, yo, what would make y'all get on the subject of speaking down on him? Y'all supposed to be speaking highly of the man, even though he was probably abusive, bipolar, or whatever the case may be, a crash out, as y'all consider him in the household, or whatever the case may be. Still, y'all supposed to be on some shit like, yo, we don't want to tarnish our father's image. He's no longer here. So the questions you ask of us, we refrain from answering those questions because it's painting my father in a negative light. I want my father to be remembered as such and such. But these motherfuckers is getting on here saying like, yo, the motherfucker is goddamn, he was possessed with demons. He was bipolar, said that he self-diagnosed himself with the mental illness bipolar, and that you didn't know when he was going to be this way or what's it going to be this day that he crashed out in the house. I can understand that, but painting him in a negative light, just speak on the good things. You get what I'm saying?
Just sticking with his family.
This is the problem with social media. Everybody wants attention. These people want to be viewed as a victim and they want their victimhood acknowledged, right? And for the most part, because it has not been acknowledged, it has not been really expressed, And people still go on to celebrate DMX without really talking about his family, dynamics. I don't really hear or see DMX family dynamics coming up in his legacy conversations, but they want to be a part of it. They want to be a part of those talks. They want to be the first thing on people's minds when they think about DMX. So they're bringing up stories like this. Doesn't make sense whatsoever. Do this when he's alive. Right, do this when DMX is alive and like he can defend himself, he can speak for himself.
That's what the fuck I was just saying. Like, why y'all wait till he die for the damn speak negative of your father and for her to speak negative of her husband, which was the late great DMX? You get what I'm saying? But look, it's a thing called hype on this shit, right? Once this live end and shit, right, I'm gonna place this shit somewhere so YouTube can find the right algorithm for me, right? But when y'all see this live pop up, like it's titled DMX, Life Ruined or whatever the case may be, it's a thing called hype. Y'all go tap on that bitch to hype these videos if y'all rocking with them and shit, to push me out there in the algorithm and get more light on my channel and shit. You get what I'm saying? Like, trying to take this reaction shit, excuse me, all serious. So it's a thing called hype. You get what I'm saying? It's like where the like button at, where the dislike, where the share button and shit. Like one of those options down there is something called hype. Just look for that shit. I don't know if you can see it on your laptop or mainly your phone, but press that hype and it's gonna damn hype my videos, I think. You get what I'm saying? So y'all rocking with the channel, y'all just, I ain't asking for you all to like shit that y'all might not like. So I'm not one of those YouTubers that be demanding likes. But I just learned this thing called hype down here. Y'all press hype. So my videos, I think, can get out there in the algorithm and shit. So I can get paid from this shit.
And he can argue and dispute certain things that's not true. But doing this when he's dead and can never speak up for himself, to me, is just cruel, is unusual, and is nasty.
He started really getting bad a year after I had praised. He started being really open with using his drugs and getting very paranoid. He would walk around with a machine gun or a gun in front of the nannies, with something that he didn't really do. He would see things. He said a helicopter was one time looking at him. I'm like, no, it's not. He was very paranoid.
Police are coming for him, the CIA.
While he was on a binge and he was on tour, he's paranoid as hell. We leaving out of the hotel. He had his book bag with his gun in his book bag. Me, him, and his uncle are standing in the lobby. He says someone is following him, watching him, and he pulled the trigger, but because it was so muffled, we couldn't hear it. He shot his uncle in the foot. He fell to the floor. We see blood everywhere. I left my pocketbook on the scene because I just...
See, I know goodness goddamn well it's stories that you all appreciate the like. It's, I don't know what this, it says, 2 of them. I don't know. Whatever somebody did or sent or whatever, man, I appreciate that shit. It said Chase sent something, a gift or something. I appreciate that. See, I don't know too much about the gifts and all of that on YouTube, but I'm also monetized as well. But it said Chase sent something. So I appreciate that, and I appreciate the like. But yeah, man, like, why did it's DMX wife paint that nigga in a negative light? Don't you got some good shit to speak on? Like, that's what I was saying before some of these people was tapping in and shit. It's like, if the interviewer is like asking you questions and shit that's gonna paint DMX in a negative light, then y'all should tell the interviewer like, yo, we refrain from answering those questions and shit that's gonna paint DMX in a bad light. We just want to talk about the good shit that DMX did. You get what I'm saying? I know, like, all the DMX kids is speaking down on him, saying like he was bipolar. They don't know when he was gonna snap or when he was gonna be happy and shit like that. And the wife said that he self-diagnosed his own self with the mental illness called bipolar. You get what I'm saying? So, and then he be binging on certain narcotics and shit like that. So, in between those bad little times and shit, I know it was good times that y'all can like speak on. You get what I'm saying? But all the kids is like speaking down on DMX. And even the wife and shit, I appreciate that. Like, you get what I'm saying? But yeah, man, it's like they trying to tarnish that man's image when he's no longer here. And like Poetic Flacco said, like, Why do that shit now? Why y'all ain't do this shit with DMX was alive so he can rebuttal and you know what I'm saying, like straighten his face and shit? But that man is no longer here, and y'all painting him in a negative light. You get what I'm saying? But I appreciate the likes, man, and Chase for sending something twice. It said a gift or something. I don't know, but I really appreciate you all.